BCE News. We welcome staff, students, and visitors to our broadcast. We begin our broadcast with the Pledge of Allegiance. Please stand for the pledge.
Right hand on your heart. Leave it there. Face the flag. 1, 2, 3.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Ladies, you're with me.
Oh, today is May 13th. It is a day 5 on the specialist schedule. A day green for first, kindergarten, and kindergarten. And here's the lunch menu. Personal cheese pizza, vegetable of the month, hummus with vegetable sticks. Fresh and canned assorted fruit, Minnesota made treat, strawberry banana Johnny Pop, the Yum Box, and Dippity Doo Yum Box.
Here's today's top stories. The fishing opener is tomorrow and the color run.
Now for a joke. Guess who made up the Nene?
Who?
The horse. Come on, that's hilarious.
Please welcome Mrs. McDonald.
It is a fabulous but rainy Friday here in Bluff Creek, and you probably saw that the weather was that it was very rainy and it's very cold. We are going to be doing some planting today still. I saw Mrs. Holmes and she says, we're a go. We've got our gardeners from the Arboretum and they're going to be doing some planting. It might be pretty mushy, if you know what I mean. We also have for our kindergarten and first graders, we have coming to visit the FFA, Future Farmers of America, and they have some animals out in the front of our building, and that you'll get a chance to see farm animals. And I know we have some students at STEM Link 5, and we've got all kinds of things happening. But as you know, tomorrow is our color run, and we want to make sure that we have as many people participating as can. You can just wear as you can. We're going to wear sweatshirts and be out there, and I know I'm going to be there. Now, today we have 2 winners that should come to the office for certificates, and these are the Fun Run winners, and they have won the 10-second Head Start in the race. And so Jack Severson and Mrs. Pampetier and Parker Mancini in Mrs. Tellingheison's classroom both have a 10-second head start in the race, and there are certificates in the office for you. So I hope you're going to be there tomorrow. It should be a great day. Now, from yesterday, because we had a late start, and I don't know if the announcement got out there, and this person, her name is Paige Kruger, and Paige is in grade 1, Mrs. Moore. She needs to come to the office because yesterday she won an official BCE stuffed lion and a water bottle. And so those are our winners, our last of our winners for our fun run on the 14th. Now, did you notice that we're collecting lots of Paw Pride tickets, and we already have planned our special event, special thing that we're going to do for this, all the students in the school when we reach that line. So please keep turning in your special, your tickets, your Paw Pride tickets. Starting next week, we're going to do something different with Paw Pride tickets. Your teachers and all the staff in the building have been given bright yellow sunshine tickets. And starting on Monday, we're going to give out those bright yellow sunshine tickets. And we are going to have a special Sunshine Summer Prize drawing every Friday for the next the next 2 weeks. So we're really going to be working on that, and I know we have some great prizes. Mrs. Best has buckets that will go into the office. It's going to be quite cool. Now, we do have Paw Pride names for this week. From Mrs. Hanson is Asher Caulfield. From Mrs. Kepsel is Marin Skill. From Mrs. Schroeder, Baron Baguki. From Mrs. Taylor-Thone, Ryland Jensen. From kindergarten, Mrs. Currents, it's Emily Ambrose. From Mrs. Frank, Ellie Seafeld. From Mrs. Palmetier, Caden Dunlay. From Mrs. Van Bergen, Owen Thomas. For grade 1, Mrs. Benson, it's Blake Kennedy. Mrs. Bulat, it's Eli Herzog. From Mrs. Moore, it's Miles Burnt. From Mrs. Wilkinson, it's Dominic Leone. From Mrs. Williams, it's Amanda Springer. Then looking at 2nd grade, from Mr. Gustafson is Max Spalling. Mrs. McMahon, it's Evan Whiteman. Mrs. Diesterheft is Zachary Daly. From Ms. Vestal, it's Charlie Bialki. From third grade, we have from Mrs. Heyer, Riley Rutledge and Daniel Mongolin. From Mrs. Swenson, Owen Vinci and Antonia Wachter. And from Mrs. Tellingheisen, it's Will Brown and Cameron Stewart. And then from our 4-5s, from Mrs. Akers, Cora Peary. From Mrs. Constantine, Ellie Hansen. From Mrs. Curtis, Charlie Wallace. From Mrs. Henderson, Dylan Henderson. From Mrs. Ottinger, Megan Peterson. And from Mrs. Torrey, Emma Zubert. And from Mr. Langerby and Mr. Davis's room, it's Damian Clack. If your name was called on this list, please come to the office, and you can go right in there, and Mrs. Ferris and Mrs. Schmidt will help you get your prizes from the Paw Pride container. Now, you probably saw in the hallway that there's a big box, and we did have somebody speak on Monday, and this was, they're collecting clothing items, socks and underwear for teens that are homeless. Just imagine if you didn't have a home to go home to every day. It would be pretty scary, wouldn't it? And just imagine that you didn't have any clean clothes or somewhere to keep your clothes because you didn't have a home. There are teens out there in Chanhassen and in Chaska and in Victoria and the areas around us that don't have a place to go at night. And our wonderful Girl Scouts have a special project they want to tell you about. And they're going to introduce themselves and say something to you.
Good morning, Buff Big Lions. I'm Tegan Kerber.
I'm Maria Valentine.
And we are part of the 5th grade Girl Scout troop. And we are here to raise awareness on teen homelessness in our community and to ask you guys for our help. Every night there are our average 4 teens from Chanhassen and 4 teens from Chaska who are homeless. Either they no longer have anywhere to live or else their home is an unsafe place to stay.
In response to this growing issue in our area, an emergency teen homeless shelter called Hope House recently opened just a mile away from our school. Our Girl Scout troop is wanting to help these teens at Hope House, and we need your help.
These teens usually come to Hope House with just clothes on their back and are in need of most basic things. They are there seeking help. That is why we are here collecting donations for new socks and underwear for teens ages 11 through 17 through June 1st.
Go home and ask your mom or dad to help you buy a pack of underwear or socks to bring that to school. Put your donation in the Girl Scout donation box located in the heart of the city.
Thank you for helping us help homeless teens in our community. We all can help make a difference.
And you know what? If you don't feel comfortable bringing in underwear, because it's kind of one of those funky things that kids feel funny about, if every child in this school, there's 653 of you, brought in 1 pair of socks, just imagine how many pairs of socks we would be able to give to that homeless shelter for teens. So think about it. It's something you could do. They need to be brand new, but you need to go to the dollar store and buy a pair of socks. So see if we can help out. And I know that we all care about those around us. This is just one way to show it. Today, remember to roar with pride. We have lots of visitors in the building by being respectful, open and cooperative, always safe and responsible to self and others. And I hope to catch some more classes to give those whole classroom Paw Pride tickets, because I've got a treat for the first class to get it. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Our broadcast is brought to you by Matt Valentine
And Graham Elfenbeyer.
and our tech crew, Nick and Mariella, and special guest Darian Thompson. Have a great day at school and remember to roar with pride. Roar!